Soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Walsh.
Good evening, Suzette.
You know, the way we look, we don't want to give up on summer, do we?
Well, it's hard to give up on summer with this amazing weather we've been having and the amazing weather that we hope we'll be having this coming weekend with one of our premier
I know, but I have to tell you, I think it's 8 years for the Fall Festival. And I'm going to tell you that for the last 8 years, it has been summer-like, gorgeous weather.
Exactly. It's my wedding anniversary. I chose that day because of the weather.
And you know what you did?
I did.
You did. You know how when Art Festival and Taste, we're always like, oh, well, hopefully we have to make a decision. Fall Festival is always gorgeous.
It is.
Really
and it would be
is.
rain or shine. So we should make mention of that even though it's always gorgeous, if it was to sprinkle, we would still have the event and it'd be fabulous.
And you know what else is nice about this event? Is that we have two co-chairs that we know and love dearly. We have Susan Bailey. Welcome back, Susan Bailey. A couple weeks ago, she was on the show. Dave Brown. Dave Brown's retired, but he is involved in everything. And I have to tell everybody that he also signed up to be on the Art Festival Committee.
Oh my goodness.
So
we're really holding you.
Tricia was actually doing like a pom-pom cheer when he decided to help out. But welcome back, Dave.
I was on hiatus for a while.
Yes, I know, but you're back, and we're
back.
happy to have you back. And here we are,
Good to
Fall
be here.
Festival. October 12th,
October 12th,
okay.
Saturday,
The Saturday.
Columbus Day weekend.
Okay. So who wants to start? Well, I tell you what, I'll start. How did this all happen? How did it become the Groton Fall Festival? Who wants to give us the history and the background?
Well, I started out when it was conceived back in 2006. I was on the committee. It was a small committee, and the reason why Leanne Obrey really is the person that started this.
Right.
There was her idea.
Right.
So Leanne had this idea of having all these, tents around Pequannock Plains Park, and people would drive by and they'd see how beautiful it was, and it would be, the community would want to come there and visit the vendors, and be a community-wide event for families to come with their kids, and that's kind of how it started. And it was small in the beginning, but it's grown exponentially since 2006. So now we're like this year, I think over 130 vendors. We still have a week to go, so it's become quite the event for Groton. We have thousands of people come every year.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the rundown for the day, what time to get there?
The event goes from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, and we have an army, a veritable army of volunteers who come out at 6:30 in the morning to help set up. Our vendors start arriving. We have volunteers to help them haul everything out, which is kind of unique. So that's really nice. By 10 o'clock, everybody's set up, everybody's ready to go. And Leanne's vision was a really lovely one. And as Dave said, all the way around the track at Pequannock Plains. And we've been growing each year. Last year, we got to the corner of the second leg. This year, we're going down the third leg.
Wow.
So we're hoping that we will have her vision complete by the time she's ready to retire. And we have a great variety of vendors. We have artisans, artists, services, restaurants, the food vendors. We have a lot of new food vendors this year. A lot of them are local. We have the Pita Spot. We have Hub's Clam
Is that
Shack.
First time for the Pita Spot?
It is.
First time.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I believe it's the first time for Hubs too, isn't it, Dave?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Who else do we have coming, Dave?
Oh, we have people like food.
We have rolling
We have a lot of
Rolling
food.
tomato,
We have
oh, yeah.
really good food vendors coming because you gotta have good food at these types of events.
Because
as we all
especially
know.
if they make it an all-day fair and the families are there.
Yeah, people
bet.
look forward to the food. But we have all kinds of, like the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Connecticut. I'm just looking at the list here. All types of vendors, community groups. We even have some political groups that will be there because it is
That climate.
election year
Yep.
for local elections this year. And actually, we have my Oddfellows Lodge, number
Oh, so
26, has a booth.
Did they have a
We're going to be
booth last year?
talking. No,
Okay.
no.
They're new this year.
They're
I
new
I think
this
believe.
year
we've.
too,
They're
right.
new, and we're going to be talking about the Oddfellows. See, I always figure out a way to either get Fairview
Dave,
or the
you
Oddfellows.
do. You do.
Now,
Trisha
see,
Cunningham must be very
They
happy
should
with
be
that.
paying me some type of don't you think?
Stipend,
Well,
commission
yeah.
for
You heard it here at Mystic
promoting,
Matters.
continuing.
You're like
But
their
anyway,
own product placement agency.
And then like the Waterford Country School, we have banks, Chelsea Grant Bank, and Chelsea Grant Bank supplies a lot of volunteers for us as well. And so, like I said, we have about 130 vendors. So
People with
and then we
crafts,
have,
people with products.
yeah, crafts, products, people, businesses. It's like the most
Services.
inexpensive way for a business in this area to promote yourself
Or your organization.
or your organization.
Right, yeah.
You know, if you belong to the chamber, it's $100 for the booth, and it's from 10 to 4. It's pretty much all day. And where else? What else could you get for $100 for that kind of
Rarely a
exposure?
business card ad. But this is the Groton Business. So the Groton Business Association sponsors this,
Yes.
right? And so what is that? Where does the money go? I mean, what?
The Groton Business Association is a division of the Mystic Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
And we work very closely with them. But of course, our focus is on Groton businesses,
Right.
Greater Groton, the town and the city. And all the money that we make goes to funding the Holiday Lights Parade, which is the first Saturday in December down Route 1, right,
that's a
right in
huge parade.
downtown Groton. Yep. And in the event that there are any funds left over, it is put towards projects to benefit the Groton business community. So that's where all of the money goes for this. You know, you do have to pay people to march in the parade, things like performing bands and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you pay a fee for that.
And you know, years ago, and I'm talking probably 40 years ago, the Groton shopping area probably was outside of downtown Mystic with their small shops, but that was a major economic drive for the area. They had everything there, not only the retailing stores, but food chains. There was a First National there. So, and as other areas in the malls started to creep up, Groton sort of was, you know, being left out. And I think
Yes.
that Leanne and the focus of this group here has really brought awareness back to Groton.
Yes.
And it's actually
have a
where
lot of
my
great
career had
things in Groton.
started with Joyce Resnikoff years ago. She'll tell you that. So you know what, Joyce? I'm going to say it here. Yes. You've known me ever since. Yes. Okay, I'm going to give you that. But because that's where, you know, a lot of us started out, whether it was a retail, you know, career or whatever. But there used to be some major shops there. And so I think now the focus is starting to come back to
We have a
Groton,
lot
which
of
is
new
great.
restaurants
Yeah.
opening on that road. We have market, grocery market, Big Y is in there. We have a number of businesses, retail, services. We have the 12 tattoos.
The what?
12 tattoos.
You can get tattoos that
Oh, yes.
You can get tattoos at the Groton Fall Festival.
No.
No, you misunderstood that. I'm sorry.
I know.
As they were saying yes.
It's a
Not
great
bad
idea.
though.
Now you have to understand, you're Tricia and Susan saying, yes, okay.
No, you come to Route 1. You can probably make an appointment and get your tattoo during the parade. There you go.
It's very exciting.
You could
isn't it?
get Groton Business Association tattooed
Absolutely,
on you.
but did you see how they all just, you know, yes, Suzette, that was great, but I knew there had to be something else.
Now, one of the things that we probably should mention is the GBA. We meet the third Thursday of every month,
Okay.
and we try to encourage local businesses to come. It's in the morning, 8 o'clock,
7:30.
7:30, and it's the third Thursday.
And where's that held?
Various places.
Okay, good. So
Businesses.
it's
That's one of the
rotating.
that's one of the benefits
Right.
you can get from being a member of the Mystic Chamber. You can be a host. Your business can be a host of a GBA meeting. You get to promote your business, and that's a really nice thing for especially small businesses to be able to do.
Right.
It's not too time consuming. It lasts an hour, and so
It's a great
we've actually
networking
recruited a
event.
lot of
Yes, we have.
gotten a lot of new businesses because they see the value in that. So
Another thing we do at the monthly GBA meetings is we have a speaker, brief presentation on some issue or service or something, a subject that is of interest to the local business community. And our attendees have, myself, we all learn an awful lot about things that are available to us or things that we are right here and we just didn't know about them, whether it's local government or a state service or, whatever. And we've had some really interesting speakers.
The strength of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce has always been the small local businesses, even though we have been supported from our, some of the bigger venues too, and the Seaport, the Aquarium. But the strength of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce has also always been the local small businesses. Now, is Groton comprised of mainly small businesses? I mean, outside of EB, but are they mainly comprised of small?
I would say relatively yes. We have the big three,
Right.
the Navy, Electric Boat, Pfizer.
But
But now
everything
Yukon
else.
is getting bigger too,
Right.
in Avery Point.
Right.
But generally speaking, we are really small business based in Groton. Yeah.
And I think that we see that the Groton Business Association is so successful because it covers, like you said, Groton City and Groton Town. So there's not a true one set downtown or one
Right.
set Main Street. I mean, you can look at Route 1 or you can look at Thames Street, but this is a great opportunity for all of these people to come together and form a community amongst themselves and their businesses and interact with each other and have community events for an area that's quite large.
Right.
We
And I
even
think
have
that-
people
I
with
think
home
that's great.
businesses.
Right.
It's a venue for them. If you work at home, it's really challenging to get out and meet people. Where's that venue? Well, the Groton Business Association is one of those venues.
Now, I know one of the biggest exciting things that happened down at the Groton Fall Festival, and I don't know if it's coming back this year, but is the Black Hawk. Is it coming back?
Unfortunately, due to some government complications, we will not be able
Thank
to
you,
have
Susan.
the Black Hawk
Okay.
coming. However,
So, yes.
we have the LifeStar helicopter coming. And that's something really interesting, the LifeStar. We all know what the LifeStar is, but very few of us have actually seen it up close.
Right.
And
And
that's
what they
just
do.
plain interesting.
Right.
What it is, what they do. And also, if you're a family, it's a real nice educational thing for your children because knowledge removes fear. And familiarity removes fear for children. So a chance for them to see that type of thing and have that conversation with the LifeStar staff, the people, I think is a real nice opportunity. So
You don't want to have them in your backyard, but I mean, coming to
We're
Cape.
hoping
nice
that-
to
you
know
know
they
what?
exist.
Exactly. Exactly.
we're hoping they don't have to use it that day
Right.
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 for anybody there. We're praying for that.
Right.
But we also have other entertainment too. I
have
can
a
tell you
lot
what
of
that's going to be.
entertainment.
Yeah. We have a fellow by the name of Lou Manzi. He will be
Lou.
walking around
Who is all
like a
Everybody
troubadour.
loves Lou.
He was very well received last year.
Yes.
So
They
We
have
haven't
tons
come
of
back?
kazoos
Yeah.
for the children that are going to be participating with Lou. They have an entire huge box of kazoos.
And they hand them
Excellent.
out,
Yes.
and that's
Oh,
well.
yeah.
and
Instant parade.
April's balloons.
Oh, we know about April's
She
balloons.
does the
She
most
does a great job.
She was on
unbelievable
a few
things
weeks-
with
About a
balloons.
month ago.
Yes,
yeah.
she does
Yeah.
a great job.
It's balloon art.
Yeah. Oh.
And then we have another thing. I guess anybody that gets to New London Day could not help but notice there's been something going on over the last year called Kidsploration
Yes.
with Steve Eltsey. Well, Steve Eltsey was there last year. He's coming again this year, but he's also bringing the Kidsploration part of
Yeah.
his program with him. So that's going to be going on, and that we think will be quite well attended. That's going to bring a lot of kids because they have a pretty big following, evidently,
Right,
for
right.
this. And then we have a giveaway from a local radio station, Cumulus radio station, and that's going to be, the drawing is going to be,
What
think
is
at
the
2
giveaway,
o'clock.
though? What is it?
It's a fall foliage trip.
Yes, it's an overnight.
A little getaway.
Yeah.
Nice little getaway.
You'll have to
Yeah.
you'll have to listen to Q105
Okay.
to hear about.
All right. So we don't
giveaway.
know the place. We don't know anything about it, but you have to.
I did know, but I forgot.
That's what we love about Trisha, the honesty. That was
I
great.
think it's outside of the state, but
Okay.
it's in New England.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I think it's in...
It's outside of Boston.
Yeah, it's in Massachusetts
Well, the
somewhere.
fall
Yeah,
foliage
it's going to
would
be
be
a really
great.
nice, really nice
Right.
thing until you qualify on the radio.
Okay.
And I think 105 people from Q105 and the other station,
The other one's
102,
102, yeah.
will be 102 people.
So the radio stations are there as well.
They'll be
already.
there,
Okay.
and the folks that qualify have to be there to win. So that's going to be kind of exciting too. That's going to happen at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff going on
There is.
besides the vendors and everything
We'll
as
have,
well, the helicopter.
Dance performances by Dancers Inc.,
Mhm.
karate performances by Gabrielle's, and both will have booths there too. So if your kids see and they're inspired that they want to interact in any of
Yeah.
those,
Sign
they can
up.
sign up
Yeah.
right then.
Yep.
Um,
Simply Enchanted.
Simply Enchanted, of course, will be right along with April Rochelle, who was the lovely model when she was on last time.
Great singing voice. She
She'll be
really
doing a
gets
whole
into character.
performance.
Yep.
Yes. So that'll
And you
be
know,
fun.
another thing about Steve Elsey and Kidsploration, they're going to have a performance, but they're also in the afternoon going to have a casting call for children to be on their show during the year. So I don't know about you, but I think that sounds pretty cool.
So how many people do you guys expect?
Thousands.
Is that generally the
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
5,000,
and
6,000.
parking is not a
Parking
problem?
is up at Grosso Tech.
Okay.
And we'll have a shuttle running frequently down from Grosso Tech. So, I mean, there is some off-street parking, but we really encourage people to take advantage of the collaboration with Grosso Tech.
Okay.
It's safe, it's quick, it's easy. And the school that's nearby will provide parking for vendors. So that is not for attendees. It's closed off. We do have handicapped parking right at the park.
Okay. And when you say the shuttle, so that's every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes?
I believe it is. I mean, I've in the past, even when I'm working at the event, have parked up at Grosso Tech, and no problem getting down there.
I would say 10 minutes,
Max.
10 to 15 max.
Yeah, and there's one
Max.
shuttle, or it's a constant shuttle back
I
and
can't
forth?
remember.
Okay, but there's no
It just
problem.
makes a
in-
loop.
No,
It's
no.
continuously running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
there
it's
is,
very
you
little
know,
wait time.
restrooms up at Grosso
Easy.
Tech so that it makes it easier for if you have to park up there if you have your children or what have you, and then you can just come on down. And also, we didn't really mention that this event is free to attend.
It is free.
So bring as many people as you
Yes.
possibly want to.
Lots of
And how
giveaways.
many events are free? I mean, like the magnitude
Absolutely.
of this event.
That's right. We have,
And
giveaways for
vendors can sell
activities for
things
kids. Yes.
Yes.
And the vendors, whatever profit they make is theirs. The
Okay.
beyond registration fees, we do not take any of their income from the event.
And how large can this? I mean, where do you go from here?
Well, as
just keep
Susan
going
mentioned,
around the
we
track.
can go around the whole track.
Okay.
It's still quite a bit of room left for expansion, so we've been expanding, so there's plenty of room. We could probably double it. We could probably have,
Pretty close.
The
Pretty
final
nice.
say will be up to Parks and Rec and Jerry and his team over there.
yeah, they're a little protective of the field.
Yeah, well, and
And
rightly,
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the
Absolutely.
same thing with our Mystic River Park. I mean,
Yes.
you need to, there's some protection.
I think a
there.
lot of money has gone into that field.
Yeah.
for,
And it's
from the
used
town,
constantly.
So they're very
When
careful.
I have never driven past there and not seen people using that park, whether it's, sometimes the whole field is full of sports, children's sports, school sports and whatnot. But even early in the morning, you see people on that track. Late in the night, late in the evening, you'll see people on that track. So it's a great resource for our town. It really
And I think
is.
that, we mentioned Jerry and Groton Parks and Rec, but I think we have to really acknowledge that without their help and how much they contribute to this event, it wouldn't be possible.
It just wouldn't.
Along with our other major sponsors, Groton Utilities,
Yes, I was going to ask
Comcast,
about the sponsors.
Savings Institute, I don't know if you, Q105.
Liberty,
Groton Shopping Plaza,
Socket, Socket
Country
is
Glen, Lighthouse Square, Liberty Bank, You mentioned Savings Institute,
Chelsea Groton,
Chelsea Groton.
Coca-Cola just came in. There's some that it's just things have constantly been developing in the past week. We've been so busy that
We can't keep up.
we can't keep up.
Now,
I can't
who's on your
revise
committee?
quickly enough.
Who's on your committee?
Dave and I are co-chairs, and we have a committee of probably about 10 people. We meet year-round. We start planning for this event right after we close it. So, you know, we'll do our debriefings and whatnot, and we have a schedule, and we will move forward through the year. And when we get right down to the wire, we start meeting weekly.
And is this
And
the
that's where we are
one-day
now.
event?
It's a one-day event.
Okay, you wouldn't want to do it.
One day, rain or shine.
Was there a talk of doing it
No,
a couple?
never.
It actually was not on my question sheet. I really just wanted to see the response from Tricia Walsh. Tricia and I talk we talk all the time, and so I just wanted that response from her.
You got it.
And the
No
response
hesitation.
from Dave Brown. But well, you know, sometimes when an event is successful like that, it really is nice just to keep it the way it is.
Yes.
Don't change it, you know, because it is very successful, and to make it might dilute it for a couple of days. And Tricia and I talk about events and the. I don't want to say it's a stress, but there is a lot that goes into it, and
It's a lot of
especially
work.
in the we have a small staff at the chamber, and I think they do a very good job. But I do want to comment and compliment on people like Dave Brown and Susan Bailey, who step up to be co-chairs, and also the group of volunteers on this committee. When you have a committee and co-chairs of this magnitude, it's almost people almost buy into it as if it was a job.
It is.
It's true.
And it's not a paying job, and it's really volunteerism. But certainly these two people have had their share and their commitment not only to Groton Business Association, but also to the commitment to the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much for that. And I know Tricia is very grateful as well, because we do have a small staff and we have the board of directors, but there's also the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that step up every year too for these type of
Oh,
things.
thank you. We enjoy doing it.
We do.
And I don't even live in Groton.
But you worked so.
But I've worked
you
here for a long
at,
time, so that's
you
kind of how
at
I got into it.
Fairview for.
And now I'm not working here anymore, but I'm still involved because I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, if Leanne Aubrey was here, she would tell you Groton has always been her focus.
Yes, absolutely.
And and to you, Leanne, who had the inspiration, the vision to start this, because I remember when it started and her compassion, and she would, come onto the show too and basically tell you how it should be done. So, thank you.
Very nicely put, and that's true.
Yeah, Leanne. So we didn't miss anybody else,
I don't
did we?
think. No,
Well, I think we should mention, though, also the volunteers. I mean, we get
I wanted to,
Yes.
such
yeah.
a huge amount of volunteers from many different groups. I know we also already mentioned Groton Parks and Rec, but do you want to touch on?
We have volunteers who come from the Navy base, and they are a big part of the smooth way we're able to get everybody set up. So they're really important to us. And fortunately, they are already signed up. So, they're already lined up because, again, with government issue, it gets harder to reach out to people that are in some branch of the government, and the military is. So they will be there regardless. And we also have volunteers from Grosso Tech High School, and they are amazing.
Have you ever eaten at Grosso?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
We'll be
it's
eating
May,
there, too.
exactly.
Yeah.
May I say that the October Groton Business Association meeting will be at Grosso Tech.
Is Jack Severa still involved?
You bet he is. He's on the committee for this event. He's on the GBA steering committee. He's very involved with us. And the school is very much involved with the town and the community. We have their elves in the parade.
There are what?
They are our elf crew.
We have an elf crew.
You betcha.
For the parade, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
okay.
Which we're looking for a Mrs. Claus.
Okay,
what do
so
you think?
moving on. As a matter of fact, Tricia, I'm going to tell you this, and you probably don't remember this, but Leanne Aubrey she didn't drag, she asked kindly, but then told us that your mother and I had to be in the Groton Lights Parade. So we did it for 2 years. The first year, we froze. Okay.
It can be
You
cold.
froze?
We froze.
Oh, but with the cold.
No, we froze. Okay, it was so cold, but we had a great time. And the second year, we had Dunkin' Donuts in little shot glasses. Kids running on the side of just giving us shot glasses of little hot hot chocolate.
Good
So we
idea.
really enjoyed that.
You know, it's
The
just that
third
you've been
year,
spoiled by summer events. That's what it is.
yes, the third year, your mother, Lene, and I decided we weren't going to do it again. But anyways, we did enjoy it. We did enjoy it for
So,
some
and
of the
then
answers
we
no.
also have just people from the community who come and volunteer and take part, and you know, put all of those components together, and it's just a great mix of people. It's a great event to attend. It's a great event to volunteer at. People can still volunteer too. And contact us at the Mystic
Well,
Chamber.
tell us when it is again
October 12th,
What-
Saturday, October 12th,
and the times
10 to 4.
and
Pequannock
more
Plains
information.
Park.
www.grotonbiz.com has full list of participants and links to their website. So if you saw something you liked, you can go back and check that out.
Yep.
It'll have the map up this week with where everybody will be located. So grotonbiz.com, or you can call the Mystic Chamber at 860-572-9578.
Great. Well, Dave, Susan, always nice to see you again. I know our
Great to
paths are
be
going to
here.
cross,
Oh,
and we'll
yes.
see everyone this weekend, October 12th, from 10 to
4.
4. Okay? Tricia, I'll see you next week.
right.
We are Mystic Matters. Good evening.
Soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.